Hey guys, it's New York Dan here. Welcome to the channel. Well, Tim put out one video today. That's it. Can't believe what's going on. I don't know. You would think he would have filmed the bike. We're going to talk about it. Sarasota rhymes with Yoda. I'm going to show you though. I got to show you this little clip. I was watching his vid and we'll go over a bunch of stuff. I'm going to show this right now because otherwise I'm doing this low tech. I don't have my notebook computer. I don't have my live streaming set up or anything. Yeah, I'll show you right here. And this is the iPhone, so I can't edit. This one's funny. I'm going to put my microphone by the speaker so you guys can hear the craziness.
Back from where I can get over to go in. So what did I do? You know what I did. There's a curb and some grass right
What
there.
kind of beer is that?
Totally illegal. Oh, I just know that gets them. But yeah, right around, back on the road, in the lane, waiting for the light. And then now in California, they have what they call lane sharing or lane splitting.
So apparently, he said, I don't know if I got the whole clip. He said he went over the curb, cut around. He went off-road with his dirt bike to cut around cars. That's some pretty crazy stuff, right? I can't believe this stuff. But where's the video of this? People said if you don't see it on video with Tim, it didn't really happen. Is he even tall enough to get on this bike? That's the next question that we got to ask. Yeah. It's been crazy, guys. The green machine. Yeah. I got a lot of stuff going on today. Got to get a video out here. Okay, I got more stuff here. See where we're at. I did some trades. It's been crazy. The trades, the market took off today. It went up, me lads. The pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, me lads. She took off. She took off like a rocket. However, the NASDAQ did not. That was a little bit of a stinker. And NVIDIA actually fell through my 188. Whoa. Oh, I hope people can hear me. I got to center that. NVIDIA fell through my 188 price point. Is it a buy? We got to watch it carefully tomorrow. It might be a buy. Luckily, I don't have it. I didn't buy into it. You see, I follow these things depending upon how the market's doing. There's a lot of factors I take into consideration before I buy in. Yeah, I'm not going to buy in if I still see it dropping on the chart. Even like when I mentioned the price point, that's like a general idea. Yeah, you got to be careful though. If the thing is dropping, just wait until it bottoms out. Some kind of reversal on the chart. I don't even know what the chart looked like for NVIDIA today because I didn't own it. I was going through my email. I checked in there. I got to go check on my account. Thank you very much. I see there are PayPal donations in the account and a generous amount. I'm going to give credit. I am definitely going to give credit. I got to go through and look at that. Yeah, I'm surprised. In the past, a lot of people have done the buy me a coffee, but I also have the PayPal, which is that's probably even better or simpler, but less people use it. I'm going to put a light. I'm going to take this, see if that's better. I took that bulb off there. Get a little light here. I don't want too much light because then we can't see the cool signage I got back there. Yeah, let me see what happened with NVIDIA. I've been rotating into like dividend stocks. That's what I've been up to. Oh, yeah, this one was bad. You see, it did have a little bit of a bounce during the day. But right away when it opened, look at that. It opened and it went right down. And there may have been a buying opportunity there, but it was short-lived before it reversed again. That's tricky. Well, these things are very volatile. When they do stuff like that, you got to be careful. Put stop orders in, stop limits on it. You got to, when you try a trade, if it's volatile like that. Yeah, like this one here where if you bought it when it went down there, if you bought it when it started reversing course, what you should have done is put a trailing stop on that. So as it goes up, then when it started to drop back down, it would stop out your order. So you would get out before you lost all your profit. But now this might be a good buying opportunity. It went down $4. It's at 185 now. It seems to have been range bound between, I saw it since middle of December. It's been range bound between like 170. Did it go down that low? I think it was in the 170s, like 178, all the way up to like 193. That's kind of been the range it's in. So we'll see tomorrow. Is it going to drop more or is it going to go back up? I don't know. Based on the futures, let's see the pre-market. The futures are pretty flat, but it's again showing like Dow futures up, NASDAQ futures down. NVIDIA, I don't know if it's, NVIDIA might be a member of the Dow, but you got to go, it follows more along the lines of NASDAQ with the tech stocks. It used to be the NASDAQs all had 4-letter symbols, NVDA. That would automatically be NASDAQ. But now I think they included, yeah, it says NASDAQ, quote. I think they included some of these tech companies in the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones is an index of big companies, basically. Yeah. And they've made it more modern. They've taken it, I think Apple. They have Apple in it now, I think. And Apple's the same thing. It's a 4-letter ticker. It's on the NASDAQ. The 3-letter tickers were all on New York Stock Exchange in the past. If you have 3 letters, it's on New York Exchange for NASDAQ. So, yeah, I got some trade ideas tomorrow to watch for. And like I said, some dividend stuff. What did I have? I have some notes that I wrote down what I wanted to do tomorrow. Where the heck is it? Is it on here? Oh, yeah. Oh, here's a trade idea that's very risky. AMD has been beaten down badly in the last like few days. I actually have some shares of it. I've taken a beating on it. I thought 214 was a good price point. I think it was down to like 204 or something. Yeah. Well, this one, I'm just going to quickly mention this and then we'll get into the Tim talk here. Yeah, 204. AMD, bad news, guys. It's kind of like what NVIDIA was doing. It went down. It's a similar chart. Okay, point being, they have these weird things. They're kind of risky. They have an AMD bear, and they have a leverage. AMD leverage shares 2 times long. AMDL, it's called, Granite Shares. This is an ETF. You know, here I'm talking about the ETFs. They can be used as a tool. This is a multiplier. when AMD goes up, whatever it goes up, this will go up double the amount. It's AMDL is the ticker. Yeah, but Mr. Bond, be warned, it works both ways. When AMD goes down, this is going to drop twice as fast and twice as painful. Ha! But here's a take on this. If you see AMD reverse course and it starts going up, it took a beating. It went down a lot in the last month. Let's see if we can see the drop. You see it was going way up. It peaked and now it went way down here. Yeah, if that reverses course, you could buy that. Did I say AMDL? You could buy that and it's a doubler. Double the trouble. It's a concept. This is like a casino play. If AMD reverses course and that went up like $10, forget about it. You'd be making buck with that the doubler. Yeah, you would be making some dough. Keep an eye out. That's a trade idea. Disclaimer: this is for entertainment only. As many of the trolls will say, New York Dan is not qualified. You have to be qualified. What else am I doing here? Okay, I did that stuff yesterday. Chinese mustard. I love that stuff. In those little packets. Oh man, that stuff is so good. I try to get a lot of that whenever I order Chinese. I ate up all the mustard that I took. Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get some Chinese again. We'll do it again, folks. It's a good kitchen. I like that place, Jackie's Kitchen. I'm sure they appreciate the comments on my channel. Hopefully they don't read them. Yeah, I want to have some of that salsa with chips, but man, that's got so much salt in it. Man. Okay. Oh yeah, I keep saying this stuff. I was gonna talk about Don's Cruises. I haven't had him the Woo video I want to make. I got all these ideas. Do I get to it? No. Instead, I'm making AI videos about Granny Warbucks and Tim's dirt bike. Jeez Louise. Oh, you know what else I'm into? But this probably, I don't know. Sometimes they get views, sometimes they don't. I don't think it's that popular. Oh yeah, this is some of my other stuff. I got to watch out for the damn flu. It's record levels on Long Island. It's really bad. I've been trying to wash my hands, hand sanitizer, carry a little bottle. Gets any worse, I'll have to wear a mask. I'm just waiting a couple weeks for it to die off a bit. Yeah, it's bad right now. Okay, the topic I was talking about before. If you guys, this is a non-starter. If you guys are into video games, they have some vintage Commodore 64. They have some devices now that they're selling that are, one of them, it costs $500 and some odd dollars. It's called the Founders Edition. It's a company recreated the Commodore 64, and this will work with all the original accessories. Yeah, they're selling that. There's a cheaper one that I have that I got last winter, and I showed it on my channel. I had it set up, but I had so many wires and junk all over the place. I'm like, I got to put this away. My goal is to set a game room up and do it right, where you have a good desk. You have the monitor set up. You have a comfortable chair. Make it just for doing the games. Yeah, I love those vintage games. They call them 8-bit video games, Commodore 64. There's a ton of other consoles too, like you had Atari and whatnot. One of the modern day games, the cool stuff I love, Nintendo. Yeah, when I'm at Leslie's, we play the Mario Kart. Pretty fun stuff. Yeah, I'm surprised Sarasota doesn't have any video game consoles. I'm surprised he doesn't. It's something that you could do. It doesn't take up much room. He could play it right on the TV in his trailer. I'm really surprised. And he grew up in that generation when they had, when they had the arcade video games. Yeah, class of 77. Back then, that's when they were coming out. Those big console games they would have. They had a hobby shop by me that would have a bunch of those games in it. People were playing them. That's when you had the video arcades and they had those big games. You could go around and play them and stuff. You'd have to put in quarters. I'm surprised he's not into gaming. It's a lot of fun. It doesn't really, and it's fun to do, and it doesn't really cost much either. The Commodore games you can get for free, basically. People converted them into it's called a D64 format. Each file is equivalent to an original Commodore disk. And you can put them on a USB drive, and they load like that with the new devices, the emulators, the C64 emulators. All right, guys, I'm going down a rabbit hole with this gaming stuff. If I get it set up, I'll show it on the channel for the people that are actually interested in it. There's probably about 5 people that are really, see, the people that want to see it really want to see this stuff. They're into it. But it's a limited amount of people that do that. Okay, that's my task list for tomorrow. If I'm real productive, maybe I can get some of this done. It's going to be tough. Too much going on. That's my problem. Too much trading, man. Too much trading. We don't have to make all the money, man. We don't need to make it all, man. Just a taste. Just a taste, man. Okay. Let's see here. So yeah, I was watching Tim's video. He said he has the most fun he's had with his clothes on. That's what he said. He titled the video. Yeah. I don't know. The bike is really big. That's the problem he's got. It's a really big bike. Can't handle it. And I would dare to say it's the most fun he's had with his clothes on or off. Ha! Huh. Yeah, he's got this new toy and he's been driving around on it. Allegedly. There was no video evidence of this, mind you. Yeah. He's been driving it around. He went to some stores today. He jumped the curb, that thing he was talking about. He only put, let's see, if there anything else out today. Nope. He has one video out today. That's it. Uno, guys. And it only has 24 comments on the whole video. Man. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. The deal is, I don't get it. He's got that, that tripod thing? Yeah, you could set that up by his trailer or whatever, and he could show the bike. He could show him getting it off that ramp on his truck, the Black Widow holder. He could show the bike starting up and drive in front of the camera, do some passes with it, show how it runs. I guess he's trying to build up suspense, maybe. Or is the damn bike still on the rack and he hasn't found a friend to help him get it off? So he made up the story. He drank a beer and made up this story. What do you guys think? Is that non-alcoholic beer he's drinking? Or possibly is that real beer? Maybe just, I couldn't even tell by the bottle what, I think it said Michelob Ultra. I don't know if it's real or not, but he could just fill the bottle up, refill it with real beer. So, yeah, here's the latest comments on his riveting video. And then we'll go over some of the comments on my page, on my video, and I'll remember to look for Casey Grit's comment. He said I missed his comment. I didn't talk about it, and he said it was a good comment. We'll look for it. I got an email. Shout out to Heaven Can't Wait. Yep. My apologies. It might be Heaven Can Wait. I got the video. I saw that. That was really funny. We'll keep it. We've suspected that. Let's put it that way. We've suspected that. Yeah, and I think there's more accounts and more names that are being used for trolling. I think there's some shenanigans going on. Yep. Yeah, I was going through my email. I had to do some spam stuff. Oh, I got an email. They want me to endorse or feature an RV water heater on my channel. It's something made in China. And the lady wrote me this big thing, this big complicated email thing. I was reading through it. And I'm like, I replied back and I'm like, I try to find out what the originator of the email, whom am I actually dealing with? And I'm like, yeah, if you send me the product for free, I could like evaluate it or review it. Who knows? There's so much stuff going on with. The bad thing is it's become like scam mail. That's the problem. I don't know if it's real or fake, half of it. Oh, I also heard back from Vivor, and they gave me an affiliate account, but I had trouble. I can't seem to log into it with my phone. I don't know, guys. It's craziness, mind you. It's craziness. Okay, here's the comments. ZZ Texas says, sounds like dude is living the dream on the surface anyway. Mega valued customer commented, good luck selling that Goldwing with a defective transmission. I wonder, is it defective? There's no reply on Tim, of course, from these comments. Real Natural replied, Tim took it to a competent dealer and had it programmed. The original selling dealer was incompetent and didn't set it up correctly. Shocker. Yeah, I remember that. He did try to get that issue addressed. I think it's shifting okay, but I just wonder how many people really want to buy a bike. Is that going to be something that gets you more money for the bike, or is that going to cost you money on getting rid of the bike? A lot of guys like to shift it if they're riding the thing. If you're buying a motorcycle, I don't know. Bubba commented, the lane split equals head split if somebody opens their door. Got 18 likes. That's where Tim was talking. He said something about in California, if there's traffic, cars are going in the lane, you're allowed to go between the cars on your motorcycle. let's be real, folks. This motorcycle stuff, Tim's going crazy with it, but it is really dangerous stuff. And especially doing things like going between the cars. I don't know. I don't want to rain on the parade of anyone that's into the bikes. I know a lot of people are into them. I have one myself, and I've driven it like 1,000 miles or something. I've driven over 1,000 miles on motorcycles without any accidents or any problem. But it's like, you know, you kind of feel like there's no room for error. You can't get into an accident on a motorcycle. Yeah, that's the problem. Like if a car hits you or something, that's not acceptable because there's no cage around you. Yeah, I'm lucky to drive the miles I did, and I'm safe, and I actually, you know, had no injury or no problem with it. I did crash a dirt bike once. Yup. I was trying to be like James Bond. And there was a hill. And I knew the hill. It was in a residential neighborhood where I live. Went up a steep hill. You go around the top and then back down the hill. I was thinking the blacktop was pretty good, right? It was dry. I'm like, I'm going to go around that hill like Bond. I gunned it, went up the hill, leaned into the turn, was going right, going to go right around the bend. As soon as I started up there and I started turning, the whole damn street had a big patch of sand right going into the middle of the road. I couldn't avoid it. And I knew it. I was doomed. As soon as I saw that, I slammed the brakes on and I went straight. I knew the bike would be going down. And luckily, I was able to slow it down enough. When it got near the curb, I dropped it. I went down on the bike. I slid into the curb essentially. And there were like scratches on that bike. Bizarre scratches that I have no idea how they got there. Like on the side that was still up had scratches on it too. And I'm like, I don't know how this happened. I slid into the curb, came to a stop. My hands got some cuts and stuff. I was able to right the bike up. Yeah, I walked away from it. And the bike had some minor damage to it. But all things considered, that was a miracle. That was bad. I'm talking Michael Jackson bad. That's how bad that was. And it spooked me. That's probably why I have the Enfield in the garage. I'm like Billy Joel. He can't drive it with a broken back. At least he can polish the fender. That's what I do. I polish the fender. I just look at it. I'll get it out this spring. I should fire it up. Take it for just a small drive around small streets, you know. Not going fast. Let's put it that way. Yeah. Okay, Anthony D says, Tim, not sure if you know, I've had many dirt bikes in younger life. Knobby tires are very slippery on wet pavement. You might want to change to a more street-able tire if you're planning on street riding. Be careful. Oh, man, don't even say that. Don't even say that to Tim. He's got a tire problem. You don't know that? Man, he'll be switching out those rubbers right away, man. Don't even bring that up to him. He's an obsessive tire compulsive. He likes to change those out no matter what. I think those knobby tires work okay. I mean, if they're made for off-road, they can handle some wet pavement or like rain. JJHK says we used to chase gators on three-wheelers in the sandy swamps. Great place to ride that bike. Yeah. Make it happen, man. Get out there. Go in the Everglades, Alligator Alley. Ride that puppy. Yeah, do some jumps. Instead of jumping the shark, Tim's going to jump the gator. Okay, Jeff Stone commented, get ready to shell out a few clams for speeding tickets. They look for these rice burners. However, it is beautiful and scary, and they bite hard if you aren't careful. Oh, not judging. Ultra Zeros are a good choice and go great with steak. Keep living your life. It's probably the beer, if that really is a zero. If our hero actually drinks a zero, we don't know. Jeffrey7348 agreed. Those Michelob Ultra Zeros are only 29 calories and taste good too. Half the calories of other non-alcoholic and better taste. Happy New Year. Schuer 5151. Quartzsite is the great place to ride, and Camel Camp Coffee House is the best. Yeah, we'll see if he gets out to Quartzsite. I don't know about that. Oh, Tim announced that he's got like some medical stuff and commitments where he's going to be in Florida for a while, guys. Hate to disappoint. Steve Podraza says, zip over to Punta Gorda and video your KLX. You'll get some good views. Cool bike, Tim. Crush it. TRD Off-Road says, that's the best bike I have yet to see in my life. Angel Mission says, no reflections. Soul Bloom. I wonder if that's the soul that sent him the coffee. He says, need to find some nice enduro trails around Sarasota. Or could that be Sarasota Tim himself? And he's hinting it's going to be right by Sarasota. That's where the trails are going to be. And Bradenton. I think they got some trails in Bradenton from a lot of the hoodlums that are, when the police keep blowing those sirens, they're on those bikes. And they go off into the woods in a back way. There's probably some secret trails. Let's see. Sharon Edwards says, I don't know anything about these vehicles, but I just worry about your safety. Please don't take the freeway. It's good to have self-defense equipment with you just in case. Yeah, you don't know where you're going. Can you carry the motorcycle on the back of the RV or will it be too heavy? Tom, SG4IV question. And of course, there's no answer from Tim. Journey with Ron replied, what's crazy, I've seen an SUV with that ramp and two motorcycles on it flying down the highway. St. Louis Scott, greetings. He says the Climber. Maybe that's the new name. He's thinking of a name for it. Two captains, one ship says good evening. Oh, we're at the bottom of the comments. Midwest old man gets first prize for the first comment on Tim's video. And Davis Industries 2780 says, the best part about riding a Harley is wearing absolutely nothing, just bare skin on cold leather. That's his recommendation for Tim. All right. So that's what's going on there, guys. Let's see. Only one video. Only one, man. Only one video today. Let's see about my vids. What I had here. Let's see about my comments here. 92 comments. Jeez Louise. Compared to, what did Tim's video have, like 10 comments on it or something? Let's see if I can find that one here. There's St. Louis Scott. Greetings. He said he did some trades today. He said 8 mouse clicks done in 2 minutes today. Trading is work. Huh. It's great when it goes right and you can be done with it that fast. That's when it's a home run and then you're done. When it goes bad, it becomes really hectic. RE9947 says, Dano is a Nash Rambler kind of guy. Yup. Yeah, that's a real vintage ride there, the Nash. I wonder what those, I think they had a straight 4 or a straight 6 in them. I don't think you could get the V8 in the Nash Rambler. It was a smaller kind of car. Johnny Cruiser says your Carnival stock was up. Buy the dip. Yeah, it pulled back a little today, but I think that's on its way back up. Even all the big brokerage houses say it's going up. Most of them. There's one stinker, I forget who said, JP Morgan or one of them said it's only, they rate it going up to 33. It's still a little bit higher than it is, but most of all the others are like 39, 40. All the analysts I've been reading. It pays a 2.5% dividend now too. And that's a huge deal because there's some funds that will only buy the stock, like hedge funds, that they only hold stocks that pay dividends. So it's resumed dividend payment. It suspended it back during the pandemic. Yeah, it used to pay a dividend before the pandemic. I think it was getting up near $50 a share before that pandemic hit. So we might be on our way back now. This was interesting. Kipper 32020 commented about Tater. He bought 5 acres of Arizona raw land. He needs crushed stone or else his bus will sink in the dirt. The big project will keep him busy until Diana gets back from Cali. Yeah. If she's coming back, I was going through the email and I forget the handle. I don't know if I should say the guy's name. I'll leave it anonymous. But he emailed me and he said that and I noticed, had some of that soup. I noticed it too. He took Diana out of the intro to his videos. She's not in there, but it used to be where they had all those cats. They were together. Now it's just Tater with the cats, so who knows? And by the way, there was also a comment that I was wondering about that weird lava rock that he was clearing. They're like big chunks. There was a comment, somebody schooled me on it. They said that damn land had volcanic activity years ago and those rocks were spewed out And they said that that same kind of rockage goes into the ground down like 100 feet or something. And it's very hard to drill a well on that property. It costs a ton of money because they keep hitting those rocks. Yeah, it's a disaster. And then he got crushed up. They say they take the same rock and they crush it up and bring it to make a driveway. And that's what he got delivered. But he's got to rent a skid steer, one of those to spread it out, you know. He's trying to do all the stuff by hand. It's so weird. You definitely need some machinery for making a driveway. I think he said it's 400 feet. Yeah. Chris Michaels said apparently Tim had one of those bikes back in 2022. And obviously he sold it that fast. I'm going to get to a Pad D commented waiting on those oatmeal cookies. Yup. We'll be getting to it. Okay, before I forget, because I forgot about the comment. Where did this go now? I don't see it here. Where did that go? On my video, Instapot cooking healthy dinner. I told you I would get to it. Yup. There is a comment here by Casey Grits, and he wanted me to read it on air, and I didn't before. I didn't get to it. I think I was running out of time. There's so many comments. Yeah, it got a bunch of replies. He said about everything that I cooked with being expired. He's like, expired soup, expired hot dogs, expired veggies. Best of luck, Dan. And then he said, I mean, this is all, with all sincerity, this is the most disgusting food I've ever seen. I commented back, I'm like, it tastes great though. And it does. It came out really well. Fork in the Road commented, worse than my pudding, with a question mark to Casey. You guys are trying to rub it in. He's like, I would eat that pudding every day for a year before I ate this disaster. You know what the thing is? When you have stuff that's like, especially like canned stuff, if it's expired, that's just a suggestion. You got to see what condition is the can in. You open it up and smell it. Look at the product. If it looks dried out or something went wrong with the storage, yeah, I'm not going to eat it if it smells funny or there's a problem. But if it expired within the last year, that's not that bad. You see what the product is. I ate a can of Chef Boyardee the other week. The damn thing had expired in 2023. But it looked fine. I mean, the can looked good. It was in my cabinet. It didn't get too hot. It stored well. I had that. It was fine. I opened the can. I inspected what it looked like. Smelled it. Yeah. Save money, man. Save money. We're not the Wolf of Wall Street over here, guys. We're not trying to worry about what color Lamborghini to pick out. And yeah, it's about being frugal too. Like, you know, I paid good money for the food. I don't want it to go to waste. And you know what it is? I like to have a lot of canned items in reserve because, you know, we get snow here. We can get bad weather where it's not really a good idea to drive around. Unfortunately, I actually am in some hilly territory. Most of Long Island is flat. However, the North Shore has hills. That's the big problem. So, yeah, if it snows, it's very hard to get out of here. So I like to keep a reserve of some food. You know, when I go shopping, I'm at Walmart or wherever, I see good deals on like canned food. I pick it up because you never know. And it's called being a prepper. Yeah, you know how they're like, oh, in case there's a disaster, we should have food. That's what it's about. But also, you know what else? When I do the boat, that's the perfect stuff to bring out on the boat, is to have like a canned food. You bring that out on there, and I have a microwave on the boat so I can heat it up. But now that I have the channel, I'll probably be doing some chefing. When I go on the boat, I'll try to do some chefing. The Mean Green Dirt Machine. Yeah, Tim, does he have a name for that bike yet? I don't think they've settled on a name. Dave D 8760 commented, Timmy is upset with his dirty truck because he can't take the bike rack. He can't take the bike off by himself from that rack. Suzuki was too tall, Timmy says, so he bought a 1-inch lower Kawasaki. He didn't video loading the bike on the rack. I bet he asked for help. Yup. The salesman had to load it up for him. They all got together. 5 salesmen came out and they lifted the bike up onto the rack and secured it down. And then they said, see ya. And he had to drive off. That was the end of it. The impulse buy. And it's still on the rack. And he's driving around with his pickup with that bike on the rack now. And he's too embarrassed. He doesn't have any friends to help him get it off the rack. Ronco Bly commented, breaking news, Tim is waiting outside the dealership to return the bike. I wonder if he's tried to do that. I replied, buyer's remorse. I wonder if he didn't go back there this morning and he'd be like, okay, guys, I can't get it off the rack. Come help me. I want to return it. And they all laughed. They're like, ha, we don't do returns here. That's a done deal, son. It's like, come on, guys, the joke's up. I've been driving around. I went to the Mickey D's drive-thru and the rack's been hitting stuff. I got this damn green thing on the back of my truck. The joke's up. I want out. Take it off. I can't even lift the thing. Dents, DNSE 1943. It might be, I don't know how that's pronounced. Commented, his cheese slipped off the cracker for sure. I am betting that he's staying with Tammy most of the time. Boots on the ground, Dan. Do a drive-by around 10 p.m. His truck will be gone. Solo my ass. Yeah, I wonder if that's what's going on. Hey, when I do my Florida trip, maybe I'll pay a little visit over there to Bradenton. Beautiful Bradenton. Yeah, man, tourists can go to Bradenton, man. Not illegal, man. Not illegal. You stay at a hotel, man. Yeah. You drive around. Jen commented, Jen2724, Tim discards possessions and people in the same way, always chasing after something new. That's right. He famously says, he's always saying he has a minimalist, and he's like, I got no problem with throwing something out. Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of comments here. I gotta can't get to every one of them. Gina F commented some names for Tim's bike. I think either the Stink Frog or the Gumby would be good names for the Kawasaki. Gumby, you remember him? The green claymation character? Yeah. The Gumby Ride. The Gumby Rider. Dual Sport is just what we call Enduro back in the day. Michael Torrey commented, yeah, I was saying I had the Yamaha Enduro 250, baby, but it was two-stroke. That thing had some power. It would rev up, and it was like a turbine. It was like, it would rev. It had an oil tank on it. You put the two-stroke oil in there, and then you just put gas in the regular tank. But mine was much lower to the ground. I don't know. I don't like these new style. This thing looks like a pogo stick. You're way up on all that suspension. I don't know. I don't know if Tim can even handle it. He needs like a kid's dirt bike because his legs are short. He could have bought a kid's style dirt bike for less money. That would have worked for him. Philip Hardigan says, it's like your lawn boy, Captain. Also, likely the old Yamaha did not have sort of disc brakes either. Yeah, exactly. You are absolutely right. It had drums, front and rear, and so does my Royal Enfield. The new Royal Enfields have disc systems, disc brake. Yeah, but mine, it has the drums. But you know what? I've never had a problem with those drum brakes. They seem to work great. There's a separate cable for the front and the rear, so you have two brakes in case one of them breaks. In case the cable breaks and the brake don't work. I think the disc ones have hydraulic fluid. Yeah, they're more complex. Robert Spence commented, Booger Love would be a good name for that bike. Or the Green Booger, maybe. And Chris Michaels commented, he's like, didn't Tim buy a bunch of Honda riding apparel and gear? I think he might have. I think I remember seeing him talking about it. Yeah, I commented that. I said maybe he could put Honda decals over the Kawasaki and change it in if he's got all Kawasaki. If he has Honda on all his clothes, maybe he can just rebrand the bike. Oh, thank you. St. Louis Scott said Walmart, baby. Nice trade. Yeah, Walmart actually, the 112 price point worked today. It was down to start with, but I think it came back up during the day. It jumped up. It was in the dollar club. Could have made $1 a share off that. Yeah, the Mr. 325 says the front tire on the dirt bike is skinnier because under power the front end is light and lifted, and it steers easier in the dirt being thinner. The rear tire's fatter for traction. Yeah, you got to be damn careful though that you don't lock that front tire up. Oh, and Tim said this Kawasaki does not have ABS brakes, anti-lock braking system, but the Honda did. So he's really got to watch it with that front wheel. Just gotta watch it. Jen commented, we want Tim to go live in the Philippines. That would be some worthwhile content. Hear that, Tim A? That's how you get your plaque. Jen 2724 said dividends are taxed as ordinary income. That sucks. No. I think dividends, if you hold the stock for more than 30 days, it's called a qualified dividend, and you get a special break on that. You do get a lower rate. Yeah, the dividends and the long term, if the stock's held for over a year, you get a break on the tax as well when you sell it. So, yeah, they're good. Dividends are good. Yep. So, Philippines, I've been watching Regular Guy. I see his videos popped up on my feed. He's been doing some real hardcore traveling. He went to Manila. That's like the city in the Philippines. And he stayed at some sketchy places, a hotel that had roaches, and he had to kill them or put down some spray. And he's trying to keep them from getting into his stuff. That's hardcore, guys. Yeah, you got to give him credit. If he's filming, that's blood money right there, doing YouTube, doing that kind of traveling and doing YouTube. Man, who wants to do that? And he's into the bike big time. He loves riding motorcycles. Yeah, in the Philippines, that's what you do. You get like a fancy scooter, or like that thing Tim got, the dirt bike. You get that over there. That's what they drive. Everyone drives those. I don't know. I think that might be a good plan for him. Take a flight over to the Philippines, reboot the channel. He could collaborate with Regular Guy. They could look for Babe-a-Roonies to film. How's that? Huh? Yeah, I was joking around. Regular Guy, he's been in the Philippines like 20 years. He still hasn't found a girlfriend. Go figure. I don't know. He always meets these girls that then they don't want to go out with him. It's like, he's like, she was sour. Nah, this girl, I got her on film, but then she looked away, or she was giving me a look. She wasn't interested. Yup. All right, guys. Yeah, I think we got the video. I'm trying to keep it compact, Jack. I don't know. Guys, not even on video, but just in my real life, I can't figure out how the time, it's slipping by so fast. I'm like baffled. I don't know what I do, but like my day like evaporates like that. Man. I like blinked and it went by today. Today was a fast one. I don't know. All right, guys. Hey, we'll see what things do. Happy Friday to everyone, by the way. And top of the morning to you, me lads. It's Friday. Welcome to Friday. You made it through the week. Congratulations. Yeah, hopefully it's a good one. We might get a little rain, but at least it's going to be near 50. Oh, by the way, guys, I can give you a instant weather update. Check it out. I got to plug it in, though. I got to get that USB. Everything comes with a cable now. Here's what we got live, baby. New York weather, 34.3 degrees out, 78% humidity. Outdoors, that's humid. Indoors, it's 69.4 in here, 40% humidity. Yeah, and the forecast, it looks like it's going to be sunny tomorrow. I haven't set up the other two sensors yet It's experimental, man. We're working on it. This stuff is complicated. I'm having to set all these gadgets up. I feel like I'm that guy Q on James Bond, the vintage movies Q. Yeah, that one. He sets all the gadgetry up. Yup. Hit the thumbs up, guys. Your friend, New York Dan. And yeah, I hope everyone has a great Friday. Hope you're doing well. Looks like my sign petered out. I think I put that on before. I can't even remember now. All right. Hey, we'll see if Tim actually shows us some footage of this damn bike. If he can show us riding it, or maybe how he gets up on it. He might put a step ladder next to it. I'll see you guys later. This is New York Dan. Over and out.